Alright, whatever everybody, we're at the FSX Racing in Fontana. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to get any onboard video because they have their own onboard video cameras and they want you to buy theirs. You can't put anything on the car. So that video is like 80 bucks. I just don't think it's worth 80 bucks to have an onboard video of me. So I'll kind of walk you around. I think Sarah's going to do a ride along in a GTR, so she'll probably have the camera with her. But yeah, I'm just waiting in line to do my sighting lap in a Cayenne. And then I got Porsche Cayman GTS, and then I got my Ferrari 458, so I'll be doing all those laps. I'll try to keep the camera with me as much as I can during the whole experience, but while I'm driving and in the car, they said I can't have anything because they want you to buy their video. But I'll probably at least show you the pit area with all the cars, and then hopefully get the onboard the cider lap in the Porsche and the ride along with Sarah in the GTR. So stick around, we'll see what we can get on tape. Okay, so scratch that. Sarah's not doing a ride along. Sarah just said screw it and pay the full price, and she's gonna drive the GTR. So the only onboard footage we're gonna have is the cider lap, but we'll take you around as much as I can and show you as much as I can while we're here. All right. Driving your dream car?
Card and your receipt. All right, so now you have the whole journey. So have a good time, okay?
Thank you.
What was that?
I'm excited. I get to drive a GTR.
Peer pressure. She paid the extra money. I mean, it is her dream car after all, so you might as well drive it. They look like they're pretty quick. It's a lot better than the ones back home. Back home, they limit us to like 6,000 RPM, or you have to pay more to go higher RPM. Here, they're open to whatever you can do, just under the instructor. If you're acting like a crazy person, then obviously they'll hold you back. But you're allowed to go full RPM, full red line here. So definitely worth the money compared to the one back home, which was like an autocross limited to 6,000 RPM. So this is probably a lot cooler experience. And there is a lot of people here actually, so it's a pretty popular thing around here apparently. And I actually saw another guy from Washington here who's wearing a Western Washington University shirt, which is where I went. So that's pretty crazy. Just small world. We're out here hanging out, driving race cars.
So share with your instructor your experience, then let's share with you theirs. It's kind of a good way to kind of have that common ground.
So here's the real race car you can rent and actually do full get up and race. And then the top 5 get invited back for an invitational thing. I didn't pay the $800 to do it, but I was willing to bet I'd be up there. Maybe not the fastest guy, maybe not in the top 5, but I'd probably compete pretty well. You. Oh. Sarah's in a Lambo. What is this? 640? Oh, 610. 610 Ford, so all-wheel drive. Do you want to sit in Audi R8 and any of those other ones?
Yes.
It's a pretty open track too, so it's pretty safe out there. You can't really hit anything. It's a good place, venue for this kind of thing. Here comes Porsche. I'd definitely drive faster than that. Tooting my own horn. She's a little excited. There's actually quite a few of these in Redmond. There's a lot of Audi guys, so it's a pretty popular car out there. I got to take you guys to exotics at Redmond Town Center. A lot of Ferraris in the area. Like I kind of hit it on before, is you have a lot of the Microsoft guys and now a lot of other technology companies out there. Facebook's out there now, so there's a lot of Ferrari guys out there. And then actually Sir Mix-a-Lot is Mr. Lambo. He gets a new Lambo every couple of years. So I think he's back to a Murcielago right now, actually. I don't know if he's got a newer one, but he had a Diablo for a while. But he usually shows up. So Sir Mix-a-Lot, he comes and hangs out, brings his Lambo out. Is it running?
You ready? Wait, let me.
It looks like a beret. Excited yet?
What? Yes.
How did I do out there?
Pretty good. I only saw you like for one lap, and then I had to go to SUV.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
going to be driving this Nissan GT3, or not GT3, GTR. The GTR right here is going to be a really fun car. I've been doing this for 18 years as a race car driver, as a test driver, as a specialist in suspension, and an instructor at the same time. So we're just going to have a lot of good time out there. We're going to get everything that's capable out of this car she's going to be doing. Full brake, full gas, getting in the corners nice and fast. Sound good?
Sounds great.
What is your name?
My name is Cole.
Cole. Frank, nice to meet you, Cole.
Nice to meet you, Frank. All right, let's go ahead, sir. Let's go ahead in this car. Perfect. Now your hand position, see where you're at. Hands over the steering wheel. I'm going to bring you up just a little bit. Right there, is that too far? What do? We're braking nice and soft and getting closer to the brakes. Or when we get closer to the stop, we're hitting the brakes even harder, right? Out here on the racetrack, it's going to be totally different. You're going to hit the brakes nice and hard first. Slow this car down. Think about we're going about 110 miles an hour down the straight.
Watching yourself?
Yeah.
I saw one big smile already. I'm waiting for another.
You're at 107.95 for a lap time so far. That's great.
That is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever driven on a racetrack before? Then that's fantastic. Yeah. That's all right. Are you back?
You learned well, young grasshopper.
It's down under.
Okay. Oh, that was fun.
Big smile.
Dude, that was so fun.
What made you decide to drive the GTR?
It's your dream car.
Yeah.
Fun to drive.
We went to Evasive Motorsport yesterday, and they have a shop car and the other one, and she was just like drooling all over them.
It's a fun car to drive, and you get the all-wheel drive. It's very easier in the turns.
All right, we're gonna go out for the GT3 because why not? YOLO, spend the money. Already spent all the money, might as well keep doing it. Yeah, gonna have a shitload of fun. Yeah, let's do this. Here's my instructor Philip.
You ready to go?
Yeah. He's pretty awesome. He's a pretty chill guy. Knows what he's doing. He said firefighter for 30 years. Shout out to that, man. That's crazy. And it was all here in Cal, right?
It was
so
all
you were
here in
plenty
Cal.
busy most of the time.
Pretty busy, but I'm lucky to have two cool careers in one lifetime.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Race car driving instructor. And,
yeah, can't complain about that too much, right?
No.
All right, we're gonna go with the GT3 here. We're gonna go for some laps, have some fun. I will see you guys in the other end, and hopefully Sarah gets some sweet video. All right, later. Just finished with the GT3. Best car out here probably is a driver's car for sure. They were not lying about that. The car responded so much more and it wasn't fighting you. The Ferrari felt like it was always instigating too early and the balance wasn't quite there. The GT3 was just balanced, and that's what you always hear about those track cars, and it's a driver's car. Even though it has a lot of electronics, the nannies weren't too intense like they were in the Ferrari. The Ferrari, you could feel it cutting, and twice it actually almost put me around because it was just cutting and upsetting the balance of the car. The two times I felt the Porsche really kick in, it was very, very soft in how it got involved and didn't upset the car, kept you going. And then the rear steer, I only really felt it once, so it wasn't too intrusive. Just an all-around sweet car. It really is the driver's car. I've never been a huge fan of Porsches, but driving that like that, I mean, I drove the Cayman earlier, then that GT. The GT3 is probably, as they say, and I'm not doubting it anymore now, is the best driver's car to go to and from the track, drive every day, get involved with it on the track, because it's just a happy car out there. It's so well balanced, the braking's great. The Ferrari, the brakes were just really, really stiff unless you buried the hell out of them, and it just didn't give you any braking confidence unless you really just stabbed at it, which I mean you do in racing, but like you just didn't feel like they were ever there. The Porsche, everything felt like there, it was underneath you, the car loved being driven the way it was. I got a tail happy once or twice. That was a little of my own doing with a high RPM, stabbing at the throttle a little too much, not being smooth. But overall, I'm glad I spent the extra money into the third car, because everybody's right. It's the driver's car. You gotta drive it. I'm glad they talked me into it. You know, obviously they're advertising, trying to get you to spend some more money. But I mean, them knowing the driver I was, and Philip knowing the driver I was, he told me, you got to drive this car. You know what you're doing. This car will thank you, and you will thank it. So. Awesome experience out here. It ain't cheap, but man, it's a lot of fun getting able to, throw these cars around as fast as you can. We'll go see what my times were. Hopefully they were pretty good. That concentration though, that mean face. .102, okay. So yeah, as I thought, I felt like the Porsche was the better handling car. I mean, for my driving style especially. But yeah, so about a second difference between the two.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so they have a timing board kind of like
you guys are here for
Top Gear. Not at the top, but I'm on the board at least. So we got 101.4. So I am down here.
Everybody for that 1:30 session.
That's where I fell right there. A couple 405.8s, 458s, GT3, 458, Huracan, 458, GT3, GT3, Italia, through GT3, 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 GT3. So it looks like GT3 is pretty much people's go-to for getting good laps. But hey man, I made the board, so hopefully my name goes on there. But yeah, had a shitload of fun. I'll see you guys. All right, so we're up in some hills way out in the hell, middle of nowhere, California. Really twisty road. I am surprised that this road, as twisty as it is, there is not a single like drifter mark at all. I mean, there's been a couple people coming up and down pretty quick, but you'd think drifters would come here at night and slay this place, because it is twisty like crazy the whole way up. Every sign's 10-15 miles an hour. But yeah, we're shooting the video right now with Sarah and the guys in the Evo, and they're doing some onboards and chase cam stuff. So I think the next pass is actually the they're going to be doing a chase cam. So the guy's going to be in the back with his Ronin, you know, steady camming it, and then just following around Sarah. She comes by, so they're just letting her just drive around, like, letting her drive up and down the hill and all that stuff, doing some cool videos, some cool shots. He's got a mic by the exhaust, all that stuff. So the guy's got a lot of cool equipment. I really wish I had a Ronin M, but I'm more focused on the photography side, so can't really carry that much gear around. It'd be a pain in the butt. So video wise, I'm just kind of doing this stuff with you guys. I used to really be into video, but it's just easier for photography and editing stuff besides vlogs. Vlogs are pretty quick and easy to edit. So yeah, I'll try to get a couple shots here of them making the passes up and down the hill, who's driving around, that kind of thing. So yep, check out the footage. I'm also gonna try to do some cool other stuff later, you know, out the window, following them around, stuff. But yep, here they come. Alright guys, we're just finishing up the trip out here in LA. We actually just had a nice dinner out in Malibu. We're now at the beach just to close out the last night. We're out here in LA. Hope you guys like all the footage. We got a lot of cool stuff. Next week we're gonna have Formula Pro-Am and Stance Wars back in Seattle, so that's gonna be some pretty cool stuff. I had a blast out here in LA. I know Sarah did.
I did.
She got to drive some pretty sweet cars. I'm pretty jealous she got to drive that Evo around all day today. But anything you want to say, Sarah?
Check out that video of me driving the Evo at misssarah.a, and yeah.
All right, and then I'll put her Instagram in the link below, or in the comment section, or well, sorry, the bottom section. And then also once that video is out for the Evo, I'll go ahead and put the link to that in the section below as well, so you guys can go check those out. And then yeah, we'll see you next week for some more car stuff. Bye.